I'm not a big cartoon kind of guy.
You just called anime cartoon, man. You're already gonna get flamed.
Usually I always flame the guys or the people in the house that watch anime. I'm like, why do you spend time watching anime? And then they just flame me back. This is the best stuff ever. And then, yeah. In the past, I was flaming Mikyx a lot because he would watch anime all the time.
Yeah.
And I'm like, Mikyx, stop wasting your life with anime. And he would just be like, but it's so good.
Hey everyone, this is Darius from the Shotcaller, and I'm sitting here with Kold from the Unicorns of Love. You guys just picked up your third win, finally. Does it feel good to be back on track?
Yes, I mean, we're still bottom of the table, so we need more win than just this one. But it's a start on a win streak now. We have won 2 games in a row, so that's pretty hype. And we just wanna keep doing this, and hopefully we can keep winning.
I was gonna say, momentum is on your side. A winning streak has officially begun. It starts at 2 wins.
It's happening. It's happening.
It's happening. Now, one guy that specifically really stood out for me this game, I mean, I think the entire team played really well, but Mikyx's positioning, oh my goodness. The way that, like, at the one Elder Dragon fight, he jumped on that into, like, the tri-brush area to shoot from above and to kill the carries.
It was clean. Yeah, it was funny because we knew that Splice actually only had like one strategy, and that is just getting a hyper carry and play for late game. But in this case, we had the hyper carry, so we were pretty confident that we would be able to win. And it should have been much more cleaner than it was, but in the end, win is a win. We will go back and rewatch it. But the early game was super good, the mid game not so good, but in the end we won, so I'm happy with the win, but not really satisfied with the overall game.
Okay, so still very self-critical, but as Vega would say, the tables have turned.
Exactly.
So right now, despite still being at the bottom, a lot of people do rate the Unicorns higher. I think you guys were rated 7th in the league, or 8th by Deficio and Dracos, of course. Do you think that's a fair assessment, or would you see yourself higher?
I think if we play at the highest level we can, I think we can easily be a middle tier team in the league. So we kind of still need to show it on stage. I don't think we have shown the level that we're capable of on stage yet, but we are slowly getting there. I think our early game today I was really happy with. Like, we were actually doing the things we did in practice. Like, we're actually starting to come together as a team in the early game and executing on the plans we're making and all of this stuff. So I was very proud of, especially Totoro today, to be very active together with me to get leads. So it's starting to come together, but we still have a lot to go.
In terms of, if we were to rate this on a Dragon Ball Z scale, right? So,
scale, okay.
So normal Saiyan, Super Saiyan, Super Saiyan 2, Super Saiyan 3.
I'm not a big Dragon Ball fan, but somewhere in the middle. I don't even know what is in the middle. So.
Okay. Well, what did you watch in your childhood? Maybe you can find a different comparison. Pokemon? I don't know.
I watched some Pokemon, yeah.
Digimon?
No, not much. I'm not a big cartoon kind of guy.
You just called anime cartoon, man. You're already gonna get flamed.
Usually I always flame the guys or the people in the house that watch anime. I'm like, why do you spend time watching anime? And then they just flame me back. This is the best stuff ever. And then, yeah. In the past, I was flaming Mikyx a lot because he would watch anime all the time.
Yeah.
And I'm like, Mikyx, stop wasting your life with anime. And he would just be like, but it's so good. But yeah. I'm not the kind. Maybe if I started watching it, I would actually like it, but I just never got to the point where I actually started watching. So, yeah, sorry to every anime fan out there. I'm sorry.
So, what do you personally prefer to waste your time with?
So I'm the boring guy that watches League of Legends VODs and this kind of stuff. If I actually watch something else than this, I would watch like some shitty movie that just makes no sense why I would even watch this, but it just clears my mind kind of. And there doesn't have to be a lot of like context in the movie. It's just kind of to block everything and then watch a shitty movie. That's what I do.
So you don't like even go out to watch specific great movies, like, I don't know, Black Panther just came out, got lots of good critiques and stuff.
I wish I could say that I do this, but we spend most of our time just playing League, and we actually once went to the cinema as a team, and we watched we watched the Star Wars
Episode 8 or something.
Yeah, exactly. And that was actually fun, but I'm not really like every time I talk with other people about stuff like this, like Star Wars or something, I'm always clueless, like because I actually don't put much effort into watching it or stuff like this. So yeah, not much to say.
You're like freaking Yamato cannons, or I don't know. Oh my god!
I'm too serious.
You're like the wet dream of every coach in the way that you have the perfect work. I think I'm not gonna spend any time on anime or anything.
It's not like I don't. My kind of thing is watch YouTube videos, and I watch like X Factor and all this kind of stuff. This is what I do. So if I'm, this I really like. So yeah, it's not as time consuming as also. Maybe that's why.
True. Now, you got to play in front of your father today, who was sitting in the audience. Mm-hmm. Was that a fantastic feeling in a way, a special feeling?
I mean, he has been here several times already, so he's just very supportive of what I do, and he comes by sometimes and says hello, and we get to just have some time together and talk how things are going. If I need something off my chest, then I can talk to him. So just nothing special, just feels very nice to have people that support you, and that's why he's here. So I'm just grateful to have parents like this.
How did you feel to play in front of the Danish crowd last week?
Oh, that was so hype. That was so hype. I was watching the crowd. I'm like, what? Why are they wearing these faces? And I assume I wasn't paying attention, obviously. But then suddenly I was like zoomed in on the face. I'm like, this is the Fish's face. What the fuck? And then I was like, damn. And then afterwards, we won on the day, and then there was like so many Danish people that came over and said hello. And I'm really hyped also for just the finals in Copenhagen this year. A lot of League of Legends. In Denmark, there's a lot of like hype around CSGO because we have Astralis, who was like the best team in the world.
As well.
Yeah, exactly. But there was not as much hype around League of Legends. But events like this, the final in Copenhagen, really is gonna power up League of Legends. So I'm hyped for that. Any Dane that watched League of Legends has a special place in my heart.
Oh. Now, that said, though, it's really surprising. Like, if you really think about it, Bjergsen is Danish, right? Jensen is Danish. Caps is Danish. You're Danish. Broxa is Danish. Svenskeren is Danish.
Senkux is Danish. Wonder is Danish.
Froggen is Danish. Yeah, just an insane amount of Danish people. And I've talked about this in a video before, but like, what is it, in your opinion, that makes Danish people so insane at esports in general, not just League of Legends?
Danish kids are spoiled. And we have too much freedom. So basically we spend more time playing video games than studying. So we become good at video games.
That's very straightforward.
That's basically what happens, I think.
Okay, fair call. I mean, it would kind of make sense at the end of the day. Hey, if that's your explanation, man, you gotta go for that.
Not that I'm spoiled, obviously.
No, of course.
Yeah. But all the others are spoiled.
Everyone except me, right? Yeah. Oh. But you are very fashionable, which is surprising for a player. Do you have like any specific style that you try to go for? Or, like, when was the point when you went like, oh, I'm gonna wear nice things? Because I remember you at the EU LCS Spring Split Finals in Hamburg, and damn, that was a pretty damn insane outfit for a player, of course.
Yeah. So specifically for the Hamburg final, when I was doing analyst work for Riot, I went out with my former manager, Hans, who is now the manager of Schalke. And he helped me out a lot with like this kind of stuff. I'm not too fashionable, I would say, but I care about the stuff I wear. And I don't really care about brand or this kind of stuff as long as I feel like it looks good. And then I have a mom that helps me out and buys me stuff. That's kind of how it works out sometimes. Because we don't actually have much time to like go out and shopping and stuff like this. Then you might do it on the internet, but which is fine. Also, I do that sometimes. But yeah, I think most of it comes from other people's help. Okay. But I also do care about it. So it's priorities.
It's a good mix.
Yeah, it's a good mix.
You're making it. Well, is there anything you would like to say to the Danish fans that might be interested in getting to know you after the finals in Copenhagen?
I mean, hopefully most of the Danish people out there that watch League of Legends already know about me, but regardless if I'm gonna be playing in Copenhagen or not, I will probably go there just to see it all. Like, I wanna be part of it. It's something special to me that we're having a big event in Copenhagen. So I hope every Dane that watch League of Legends will go to Copenhagen and see the finals. I hope they support me as much as they support other Danish people out there that are fighting to become gods in League of Legends. So yeah, other than that, just thank you for supporting Unicorns, and I hope we can keep winning for you guys.
The winning streak is officially on. Now, this was Kold from the Unicorns of Love and Darius from the Shotcaller. Hope you had a good day. See you then. Hey everyone, this is Darius from the Shotcaller, and I hope you just enjoyed that interview. This is a generic end card, so make sure to click here for another interview or here for a different interview. And if you want to check out more content, specifically from the NALCS, make sure to visit theshotcaller.net for more interviews and other esports content. Have a good day.